The sun slowly sank below the horizon, painting the sky and sea a vibrant orange. Amelia stood by the large glass window, her heart racing as she prepared to share a family secret with her close friend, Lucas. "Have you heard of the legend of Atlantis?" she asked, her eyes still fixed on the beautiful sunset. Lucas raised an eyebrow. "I heard it's a lost underwater city, but I don't know much more than that." Amelia turned around, her eyes sparkling. "It's more than just a legend. There is evidence that Atlantis really existed," she said, pulling an old scroll from her bag. "And I have a map." Lucas looked at the map with astonishment. "A map? Where did you get it?" "It was passed down from my grandfather. He spent his whole life searching for this city," Amelia explained. "This map leads to a place under the sea where Atlantis once existed. Let's explore it together." Lucas felt a surge of excitement rising within him. The map was hand-drawn with intricate lines and mysterious symbols. "We need to prepare thoroughly. This is not an ordinary trip." They decided to set off the next day, equipped with diving gear, safety equipment, and food for a long journey. Their small boat, Deep Sea, was ready for the adventure. The journey was not easy. They faced fierce storms and swirling currents, but their faith and perseverance helped them overcome everything. Each night, they sat under the starry sky, discussing what they might find. One night, as their boat drifted in the middle of the sea, they heard strange noises from below the water. Shadows moved around the boat, making both feel uneasy. "Maybe it's just fish," Lucas tried to reassure Amelia, but he wasn't sure himself. After many days of arduous travel, they reached a mysterious part of the sea, as indicated by the map. Under the shimmering sunlight, Lucas and Amelia prepared to dive into the deep ocean. "Will we really find Atlantis?" Lucas asked, his voice trembling with excitement. "There's only one way to find out," Amelia replied, her eyes gleaming. "Let's go." They dove down to the ocean floor, where the light gradually dimmed. At a depth of over 200 meters, they began to see ancient ruins, stone pillars, and statues covered in seaweed. In the dim light of their diving lamps, Lucas and Amelia saw a magnificent sight. The ancient structures of Atlantis appeared before their eyes. Tall towers, massive gates, and stone-paved streets leading to the city center. Amelia was in awe of Atlantis's grandeur. "I can't believe it. We found Atlantis," she said through the underwater communication system integrated into their diving suits. Lucas nodded, but his eyes were fixed on something in the distance. "Look, there's something glowing," he replied through the microphone in his helmet. They approached and discovered a large gem emitting a mystical light. The gem lay in the middle of a small pond, guarded by enigmatic statues. "This must be part of the hidden treasure," Amelia said. "But be careful, there could be traps." They continued to explore the city, recording images and information about the architecture and remaining artifacts. Lucas paid attention to the bas-reliefs on the walls, which told the story of Atlantis's prosperity and downfall. "These bas-reliefs depict a civilization more advanced than anything we've ever known," Lucas said. "They invented technologies we can only dream of." Amelia agreed, looking at the intricate images of machines and advanced technology. But what led to their downfall? Lucas and Amelia decided to venture deeper into the city center, hoping to find answers. They traversed stone-paved streets, past ancient houses and neglected gardens. Just then, they heard a loud roar. From the darkness, mythical creatures began to emerge. Giant sharks, sea dragons, and other strange beings swam around them. Lucas and Amelia had to fight to protect themselves. With intelligence and courage, they gradually overcame the dangers. However, with each step forward, they faced new challenges. A colossal sea monster appeared before them, its eyes glowing red like fire. Lucas and Amelia held each other tightly, preparing for the battle. But at that moment, the gem in Amelia's hand shone brightly. The light from the gem caused the sea monster to retreat, seemingly overwhelmed by the mystical power. Lucas and Amelia seized the opportunity to move forward, reaching a vast area with an ancient temple. Finally, they reached the gem and discovered an inscription on a nearby statue. The ancient script read, "This gem holds the power of Atlantis, but only those with a pure heart and bravery can wield it." Amelia placed her hand on the gem, and immediately, a powerful light erupted. The scenery around them changed. They were no longer standing on the ocean floor, but had been transported to an enchanted land where Atlantis appeared clear and vibrant. They saw the inhabitants of Atlantis, people who once lived in the city. They recounted the story of Atlantis's fall and how the gem held the city's power. However, that power also led to destruction if misused. "You have proven your courage and sincerity," an Atlantis citizen said. "But this power is not for possession, but for protection. Use it to bring peace and prosperity." Lucas and Amelia returned to the surface, carrying the gem and valuable lessons. They realized that the journey was not just about finding material treasures, but also discovering the true value of courage and kindness. In the following days, they shared their story with the world, inspiring belief and hope in the existence of Atlantis. The gem became a symbol of the connection between the past and present, between humans and nature. The story of Atlantis ended, but it left much to ponder. True treasures are not found in dazzling gems, but in the human heart. What we seek is not always what we need. Always remember that true strength comes from courage, sincerity, and love.